Hey everyone, my name is Austin. This is my 1.5-year review of this 2022 Bronco Badlands. Powering my Bronco is a 2.7 liter V6 twin turbo, which pushes out 330 horsepower and 415 foot-pounds of torque. It is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and so far it has been flawless. There's been no issues with it. Had a couple oil changes, everything's been good. Really like the engine so far. This does not have the Sasquatch package on it. It does have the high package and the 2.7 V6 that I already mentioned. In addition, I also opted for the heavy-duty modular bumper, which I've been a pretty big fan of so far. And the only other option that I got was also floor mats from Ford directly, which they're just these ones that bolt in really well. Look pretty well, would definitely recommend them. In terms of my interior, I got the marine grade vinyl seats. And of course, with the high package, you get that 12-inch touchscreen with the 360-degree camera. Being that this Bronco is a Badlands, it has the full setup here, which is the sway bar disconnect right here, front locker, rear locker, the trail turn assist, the traction control off, and the hazards button right there. So automatic transmission. We also get the 4A, 4 auto on this vehicle as well. And then as part of that high package, again, we also get the zone lighting right here. And then with this one, as you can see, the payload information is 975 pounds. Doing a quick walk around of the vehicle. I really like this color. I definitely would choose it again if I was getting another Bronco. The wheels I've not been the biggest fan of. I am planning on getting some different wheels at some points, probably upgrading to 35s when I do that. Probably just wait until these stock KO2s actually just wear out. And no real problems with the vehicle so far. It is predominantly stock. There are a couple modifications that I've made and a couple that I do plan on doing. One of the modifications that I made, let me actually go around to the side that has the good lighting, is these arch type racing stirrups, side steps, and been a big fan of these. They're not very big, but that's kind of on purpose to kind of keep it clean. They're very easy to remove as well. I also have from Arch Type Racing the mount right here that I also have their ball hitch, whatever it is, on there. As you can see, it actually gives you 3 different holes instead of just the one that it comes with standard. In addition to that, I've also modified the sound system. I modified these 2 speakers up here. I put in focals instead of the stock paper, just very crappy speakers. Then also I put in some different kick panel speakers, focals as well. The only ones that I did not touch were these rear ones, these rear pods right there and there. And the main reason for that is they're just pretty much filler speakers, and I didn't think it was really worth it to even fill it, spend the money on focals for those. So I did not, and I've been still pretty impressed with the sound system. I just did myself. In addition, to give it a little bit of bass, which the Bronco is notoriously bad about, I got this subwoofer on the back from Stinger. Really enjoyed it so far. Hits pretty hard. Looks very good. It looks like it should be like a Ford option. So Ford, if you're listening, you should do that. You should definitely include a speaker or a subwoofer kind of like this. I see a lot of people go with custom inserts where they don't have a grill. Would definitely recommend a grill. Not sure if you can see it, but it is kind of concaved in, just from me putting stuff in the back that then hits off of this. So definitely recommend having a grill if you do upgrade your sound system with a subwoofer. In terms of modifications that I want to get for this vehicle, I do want to get the power pack, the 2.7 Ford Performance power pack for it. Doesn't up the horsepower and torque too much, but it does, from what I've heard, make the transmission shift a lot more responsively and smoothly, which I haven't had a huge problem with, but better is always better. So definitely still considering that. In addition, one of the reasons for that, it will disable the auto stop start. You can, sorry, not disable it. It will remember what your auto stop start setting is, instead of it always having to be pushed off every single time, which I have to do because of my rear speaker, the subwoofer. And like I already mentioned, at some point I do plan on switching out the wheels and tires, most likely when the stock KO2s have kind of lived their life. So we'll plan on doing that sometime in the near future. So some different things that have gone wrong. To start off, one of the front pinion seals has gone bad and it needed replaced. So I got that replaced under warranty. I've also already replaced the windshield once. Both of the windows, both the passenger and driver side, are slightly rattly, wobbly. I've had the dealership look at them multiple times. They said it's as best as they can be, and it is better, but it is still not very good. Kind of flimsy feeling. I've also had some problems with the roof rattling, especially right above my head. So right in this general area right about here. And the little kind of nub that sticks down into to kind of sit it in place. They've greased that, and that has mainly fixed the problem. So I plan on just keeping doing that in the future. The exhaust shield, I think there's one exhaust shield somewhere in this footwell area, rattles a little bit. I can feel it through the floor, just a pinch. They haven't been able to diagnose that, but I should be able to figure that out and get that replaced at some point. The interior plastics have been a little scratchy, more so on most other vehicles. I understand it's an off-road vehicle, but it's definitely a little excessively scratchy. And then also the gas mileage for it has been not great. It is rated at 17 all around. It's been getting probably more like 15.5 to 16. In terms of things that have gone really well, the marine grade vinyl has held up really well. As you can see right here, no tears, no stitching coming out, anything like that. It's held up very well. I've gotten it pretty wet, muddy, stuff like that. It's been good through all of it. And then I also really like the washout floors. There's some drain plugs underneath there and also in the back, which is super nice to have. The roof is holding up pretty well. There's only a little bit of snake skinning and kind of issues with it. Nothing too crazy. I've seen a lot of stories online of the different issues with it, so thankfully mine has not had any of those problems as of yet. Also with the 2.7 liter, it is very peppy, and once I add this performance tune, it should be even more so, especially with the transmission. It's very easy to park and maneuver, taking it into parking garages and stuff like that, as long as they are tall enough, as it is a very tall vehicle. As long as it is tall enough, it's very easy to get in there and kind of squeeze through. I also really like the looks of the vehicle. It's classic, looks very good. Very much like a Bronco and kind of like a Jeep, but mostly like a Bronco, so happy with that. Definitely really love the design of the headlights, the tail lights, the boxy all-around look, the spare on the back, the tow hooks, just looks tough and meaty. The interior space for me is also very good. I'm 6'4", I have no problem sitting in it, and with it being a two-door, this B-pillar is back nice and far to where I can turn my head to the side and actually see out of the vehicle instead of getting a face full of B-pillar, which is really cool. It's also just such a unique vehicle. The only other really competitors are like a Wrangler like that one over there, where you can actually take the doors and the top off. So definitely very unique. And then of course the off-road capabilities are substantial as well. Front stabilizer bar disconnect, as well as rear and front locking differentials. It's definitely up to the task. Summing things up, what do I think about this car after 1.5 years, and would I buy one today? Is it worth it? In my opinion, it is absolutely worth it. Keep in mind the price has gone up substantially since I bought mine. The destination delivery, I believe, is up $300. It was $14.95 when I purchased it. Is now $17.95 just to ship the vehicle, which is pretty ridiculous, as well as the base MSRP going up substantially. This one brand new was stickered for $51,000, and I believe if you spec it out as of today, it's around 56 and some change, maybe 56,355, something like that. And then, you know, in terms of would I buy it today, absolutely, although I would not spend any money on additional dealer markups at this point.